Little Joe the Wrangler, he'll wrangle nevermore. His days with the remuda, they're all done. It was long about last April when he rode into our camp, just a little Texas straying all alone. It was late in the evening when he rode into our camp on a little old brown pony he called Shaw. In his brogan shoes and coveralls and a harder looking kid you never in your life have seen before. His saddle was a southern knack built many years ago, an OK spur on one foot idly hung, with his bedroll in a cotton sack and loosely tied behind, and a canteen from the saddle horn he'd slung. He said he'd try to do the best, we'd only give him work, though we didn't know straight up about a cow. So the boss, he cut him out a mount and kindly put him on, and we knew he liked our little stray somehow. Well, he taught him how to herd the horses and learned to know 'em all, and he got 'em to the daybreak if he could, and to follow the chuck wagon, and to always hitch the team, and to help the cocinera rustle wood. We had driven to Red River, and the weather it was fine. We were camped down at the south side of the bend, when the northers started blowing, and we called the extra guard, 'cause it took all hands to hold the cattle in. Now little Joe the Wrangler, he was called out like the rest. Barely had the kid got to the herd, when the cattle they stampeded, like a hailstorm on they flew, with all of us riding for the lead. Between the streaks of lightning we could see a horse ahead. It was little Joe the Wrangler in the lead. He was riding old Blue Rocket with a slicker o'er his head. He's trying to check the leaders in their speed. We finally got 'em milling, and they sort of quieted down. The extra guard back to the wagon road, but one of them was missing, and we all knew at a glance 'twas a little Texas stray, poor Wrangler Joe. We found him there at sunup where the old Blue Rocket fell, in some washout 20 feet below. Beneath his horse smashed to a pulp, his spur had rung the knell. 'Twas a little Texas stray, poor Wrangler Joe. Now little Joe the Wrangler, he will wrangle nevermore. His days with the remuda are all o'er. It was a year ago last April when he rode into our camp, just a little Texas straying all alone.